you go up the socioeconomic chain, you find people that are open-minded. That glass is not half empty, it's half full. They have the money to get started, and they have the center of influence that you require to help drive growth and perpetuate growth in an organization. They know people. I mean, you know, who's a person that's 17 years of age that's you know, stuffing shelves in a you know, hardware store hanging out with versus somebody who's, I don't know, 45 and an insurance agent or a professional salesperson or whatever they are. Who are they hanging out with? I mean, they're hanging out with like people. Who do you hang out with? The other thing is, think about this, you guys. Your net worth is going to be an average of the 5 or 6 people that you spend most of your time with. So who are you hanging out with? Look, you become like those you hang out with. If you want to bring in good people, then you go up the socioeconomic chain, and it's not hard. It's so easy. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It's simple. It's not that tough. And it's so and the other thing I'll say is this. When you go up the socioeconomic chain, like let's say, you know, and I know that you see this, all the roads are closed right now, okay? All the roads are closed, meaning you're going to, if you try to ask all these things that are going on in your mind, well, what happens, Todd, when they, you know, they're already successful, then they're stopped, they don't keep their mind open anymore? No. Actually, that's the reverse. The more successful you become, the more open you are to opportunity. The more successful you become, the more open you are to opportunities coming into your life, because you've got to figure out, what am I going to do with my money? What am I going to do with my excess time? How can I diversify? How can I multiply? Very, very important points to make. So, you know, thinking that, oh, they're not open anymore is actually, unfortunately, wrong thinking as well. These are people that are more likely to be open to opportunity, and, you know, they also have a proven track record of success in their lives, and, you know, they've proven that, hey, they see opportunity, they're willing to roll up their sleeves, they're willing to get to work, and that is really, quite frankly, a really good group of people to be going after for your network marketing opportunity. Now, to give you an example, and I like to exaggerate, and it's kind of fun because exaggerating sometimes, you know, I don't like to exaggerate earnings claims or checks or anything like that. That's not smart. Don't ever do that, in fact. But when it comes to making an example, I'll exaggerate a little bit. So let me give you this little example of the burger flipper versus the realtor. If I told you today you got 2 choices, that's it. You can either recruit burger flippers from Jack in the Box, or you can recruit real estate agents. Who are you going to choose? Well, Todd, come on, that's just Well, no, I understand the silliness of it, you know, obviously the realtor, but let's look at really why, okay? And I think we know the basic premise of why, but once you understand and we dig in here, you're really going to understand why this particular method is so effective. If you look at, for example, and this is, don't get stuck on realtors here. I'm using the realtor as an example. There's multiple categories of professionals that actually teach people how to recruit into. That's just one example. But what's the realtor do every day in their business? Well, the realtor calls on people. They sell for a living. They prospect. They meet with people. That's what they do every day. What does the burger flipper do? The burger flipper flips burgers. And the most social that I ever was, and I can make fun of this example because, yes, that's exactly where I started, Jack in the Box. That was my first job at age 16. I upgraded to McDonald's after that, you know, big upgrade. That's cool. But the most social I was ever as a burger flipper at Jack in the Box was I'm sitting on the grill and flipping my burgers, and I look at the manager and I say, cheese on 12? And the manager looked at me and he said, cheese 6 on 12 there, son, and fix that paper cap and pull up them polyester pants now. You know, so that means make 6 cheeseburgers and 6 hamburgers. So some of you that, you know, did that, you can realize that, oh my gosh, he's actually telling the truth here. Yeah, that's exactly what happens in fast food, you know, and I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. And so the good news is actually you can go from burger flipper to multimillionaire, but that's another story. So, but, you know, so and why do we point out that the burger flipper versus the Jack in the Box, or the Jack in the Box burger flipper versus the realtor? And what does that all mean? Well, the realtor does the same thing that we do. This is about going after people that are more likely to be successful in network marketing and direct sales because of what they're doing already. So essentially, they're already doing what we do in network marketing. They're just doing it someplace else. So the realtor already does every day. They do what we do in network marketing. They're just doing it in a different job or occupation. The realtor doesn't. Number two is how is the realtor paid? Well, the realtor's paid on commissions. They sell a house, they make a check. They don't sell a house, they make nothing. How's the burger flipper paid? Chunk, work your time, chunk, punch in, punch out, hourly wage. No control over what you earn, how much, how little. It's just punching in, punching out. You make minimum wage. There's no risk there either. So and how are we paid in network marketing? You guys, this is all about prospect profiling. This is about going after people and putting the odds in your favor by going after people that are more likely to be successful in this because of what they do and how they're paid. How are we paid in network marketing? You don't make an hourly wage. You don't make a salary. You get paid for production. So the realtor already sells for a living, calls on people, works independently, gets paid on commissions. Oh, and that's exactly how we get paid in network marketing. So it's about this is about going after people that are more likely to be successful based on what it is that they're already doing. And again, there's all sorts of different categories. Again, there's three things that these people have in common with what we do in network marketing. Number one, again, is the number one activity that they're doing is they're either selling, they're leading, they're managing, they're overseeing, they're doing the things that we do in network marketing. Number two is they're paid on production. And number three is they have a moderate to a high tolerance for risk. In other words, these people have chosen career categories where if they do really well, then they're probably going to make some money. And if they don't do really well, then they're probably going to have a second job, and that's, and I think to some extent we as network marketers, we're risk takers a little bit. We're stepping outside of the box. Come on. Not everybody's doing MLM. I mean, it's very popular, and I don't know what the figures are today. I mean, 30 million people involved in the United States, I think, is what the figure is, according to the DSA. But still, it's like we're outside of the box a little bit, probably than what mommy and daddy told us to do, and maybe what some of our friends are doing, and that's cool. That's what's if you want to be rich, look at what everybody else is doing and do the opposite. What a great philosophy! I heard that a long time ago. That makes sense. It didn't make sense at first, but then I let it sink in for a minute. If you want to be rich, look at what everybody else is doing and do the exact opposite. Well, everybody else is going to work for somebody else, build this company, and you're doing your own thing. So sometimes when these are also people that have stepped outside of the box a little bit, and don't think that they're not open, okay? And especially right now, by the way, I have been recruiting like this for about 10 years, and I started recruiting like this because I was frustrated with crappy leads. I was in a lead generation company for 11 years of my life, building my business, working leads. I built my business, most of it, working purchase leads. And, hey, they still have a place and a role for sure in the business. But I just got to a point where, I just got so sick and tired of the stuff, the people. I'm like, are you kidding me? Did you really just fill out a form indicating that you want to make money? Are you kidding me? You can't even chat. You fill out a form saying, in fact, the ad said, must be outgoing, must be enthusiastic, must have at least $500 to invest and a willingness to work, and it's like, are you kidding me? Did you not read the advertisement? And it's like you get to a point in this business where you either smarten up or you get out. And I just got smart. And I started going up the socioeconomic chain. I started to recruit different categories of people, including, realtors, mortgage professionals, insurance agents, small business owners, financial planners, professional salespeople. I am going to do something for you guys right now, and it's going to open up your eyeballs a little bit. And the thing is, and I've done this training a couple of times, okay? I teach on this subject very frequently. In fact, it's what I'm asked by most network marketing company owners to come and teach their distributors on. Opportunity to go after people up the socioeconomic chain is literally everywhere. And unfortunately, most people don't see it. Then there's a phrase, and it goes like this: the eyes can't see the things that they're not yet trained to see. Like if you're, isn't it interesting how also is like, let's say you didn't own, you just got a brand new car, and you got a BMW, M3, okay? Just bought a brand new BMW M3. And prior to you buying your M3, before you even thought about buying your M3, you never really even saw them anywhere on the road. And then all of a sudden, because of your awareness, I introduced 5 people to my business while I was running errands. When most people just drive to run their errands, don't even see that stuff, and it's right in front of you. Why is it right? You're not seeing it because you're not busy. You're not thinking, is that an opportunity? Tonight, tomorrow, next time you go out, you're going to look tomorrow. You're going to see a for sale sign. You're going to go, oh, wow. Oh, Falcone made me aware. Now it's up to me to initiate. And that script, if you noticed, the script that I just read to you, which I didn't read because I've obviously read it a couple hundred times, not a couple thousand times or more, is learnable. Do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any money outside of what you're currently doing in the blank profession? And you guys, you know what? You can do this anywhere. You can do this locally in your backyard. You can do this nationally. You can do it internationally. You can do it wherever you want to do it. These are people that you can find in your backyard. You can find them everywhere. You can find people, if you want to, oh, you know, you love Scottsdale and you want to go build your business in Scottsdale. Well, cool, you can go build your business in Scottsdale. You can, I want to go find people in Scottsdale. I'll show you exactly where to find them. These individuals are easy to find. It's not just realtors. It's not just insurance agents. It's not just financial planners or mortgage brokers. It's people that are in different career categories that already do what we do in network marketing. They're just doing it someplace else. This works on every major continent. I've got people literally on every major continent that are using this method, and it is, you know, it's funny because I didn't want to teach this. This was never something I was like, you know what, I'm not teaching this. When I started really hitting it with professionals, my mouth was shut. Other than the professionals I was talking to, I didn't really tell anybody. And you could thank my friend Anthony for bringing it out, because it was his literal begging, and I'm not kidding. He was begging. He just, begging, Todd, teach it to me, teach it to me, teach it to me, please, please, please. I mean, I just finally got to the point. I'm like, dude, fine. And it was also that, and then I ended up getting I ended up going to the U.S. Department of Labor's website, and I looked at the different career categories that I was calling on, and realized that, oh my goodness, there's so many millions of people moving in and through these different career categories that match the criteria that we're looking for in network marketing, that I can't fish out this pond. You can't fish out the pond. So I decided to start teaching on it. And now I've got literally more people asking me, teach this. I mean, literally almost every seminar I go to, I'm at least covering recruiting professionals to some extent, because you guys, what are you looking for, right? I mean, you're looking for people that can do what we do. And for you and for me and for, I don't know how long you've been involved in network marketing. We got a huge group of people tonight. Some of you might be brand new. Some of you might have been around for a while, but you get to a point where you're like, hey, you either just kind of go, okay, you realize through trial and error in the school and the University of Hard Knocks that talking to negative, broke, grumpy people just isn't fun. And when you go talk to people like this, it makes prospecting fun. And knowing, and if you remember the first thing that I said tonight, that prospecting is the most important activity and is the single most important thing that leads to revenue in this business. If that's the case, and if we have to do a fair amount to a lot of prospecting, doesn't it make sense to make it fun, to make it enjoyable, to make it so you're giggling your way through the day? I mean, I got to tell you, there's literally, if you were in my office and followed me around and you watched me for like several hours prospecting, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy is a nutcase. He's a goofball. Now, I don't think I'm psychotic or crazy, but when I'm prospecting, I will literally laugh my way through the day. Versus, what are you like when you're prospecting? Are you, I got to grind my way through the day? Oh, I got to do the numbers. I mean, that's just, you know what? Knowing that that's the thing that you're going to be doing more than anything else, might be a good idea to start, getting some pleasure out of it. And that's really kind of one of my main goals as a trainer and as an educator in this business, is to make it more fun and because it, if you're going after broke, grumpy, yucky people all the time, it's not really enjoyable. But when you start going after really quality people, things begin to change. And anybody that that's in a position where they, I don't care how new you are to network marketing, you can do this kind of recruiting. And if you're tired of people that say and never do, I don't know about you, don't you love that when you get all these talkers, I'm going to make you a bunch of money, or they say that they're going to show up or do something. If you're tired of the people that say and never do, if you're ever getting frustrated with with idiotic people that waste your time, I can promise you this, that if you begin implementing this method, what you're going to feel is a massive sense of relief, as well as seeing seeing good quality people enter your downline and your check begin to grow. It's like, wow, it's a breath of fresh air. And this is something that tonight your eyes are opened. What you do with it at this point is completely up to you. What you decide to do at this point, tomorrow when you see a for sale sign, how are you going to act? Are you going to pick up the phone? It's not a hard thing to do. There is this method which I've been using for a long time is pretty easy to learn. In fact, I'll teach it to you. Okay. I want to show you something real quick before we get close to wrapping this up. And because I think it's been like a year and a half or so since I've come back and had an opportunity to do a training here. When I was invited back to teach on the subject tonight, I thought long and hard about what I want to do in terms of making this particular these resources available to you. I'm going to put a slide up in front of you right now. This is a magnetic exclusive offer that I'm doing. I'm just going to share with you real quick a couple of resources that are available to you. Number one is the network or the Insider Secrets to Recruiting Professionals home study course, which is what I'm talking about here, is teaching you how to recruit up the socioeconomic chain. I have a complete home study course. This is my number one selling program. It teaches you the ins and the outs of recruiting up. I show you where to find people, how to find people, and also if you're operating on a budget, one of the coolest things about this is I literally show you where to find an unlimited supply of people to talk to about your business, and you never pay a penny for them. In fact, if you were to get the course and you're like, I can't find people, you probably haven't gone through the course, because I literally put you in the position where you have more prospects, professional quality prospects to talk to about your network marketing business, and it never costs you a single penny to generate them, which is a really cool thing considering advertising and marketing can be a pretty significant investment. My normal price on that off my website, if you were to go to toddfalcone.com, is $397. That's the normal price that it sells for every day. My offer that I'm doing tonight, if you want to take advantage of it, that's up to you. You're going to save $100 off the price of Insider Secrets. So instead of paying $397, you can pick it up for $297. And then the ridiculous thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give you for free, I'm going to give you a $497 course, which is called my Network Marketing Mastery Course. This is a very intense 3-day workshop that I do just a couple of times a year. If you go to my site, look at it. If you were to go to my regular site, you're going to see it's $497. You're going to get it for free. That's not a digital product. That's actually a 17-disc set that comes with a downloadable resource guide. It's a very, very intense workshop. Why in the world would I do that? Well, because quite frankly, I like the guys at Magnetic. Number two, I want to make it such a ridiculous no-brainer that you kind of like, oh my gosh, has he lost his marbles? No, maybe one. I'm all right though. I'll be fine. But you're getting a $497 product for free. And then you know what? Here's what else I'm going to do. I'm going to verbally tell you this right now. This is how much I stand behind the stuff that I put out. If you buy Insider Secrets tonight, so you're saving $100 on it, cool. You're getting a $497 physical product for free. If you take the Insider Secrets home study course home, and at the end of 30 days you're like, nah, I don't want it. You know what? Send it back and keep the $497 product. I don't care. I am so absolutely sure. And the other thing is you need to tear that stuff open and dig into it. So you literally have nothing to risk, zero to risk. You wanted to send it back, fine. I'll give you your money back, and you can keep the other product. I don't really care. The only place you can see that offer is at toddfalconelive.com. I put up a special page for this webinar. On the page, there's actually a couple other items that I'm giving you if you go to that page that I did not mention, and I'm not going to, but are on that page. So if you go to toddfalconelive.com, you can find the other stuff and see if you want to take advantage of it and start, having a little bit more fun in your prospecting and start smiling a little bit more. And you know what? When you start talking to good quality people, it's kind of hard not to be smiling your way to the bank. So super. And again, this is and Tim, I don't know how long I'm going to keep this website up, so I don't know if you're going to do a replay on this or whatever, but I'm going to keep the site up at least for tonight, and maybe I'll check with you tomorrow and see what we're going to do. But right now you can pick up Insider Secrets, save $100, and then get basically a $500 physical product, my 3-day seminar, the Network Marketing Mastery course on CD. You can get it for free with your order. You can head over to toddfalconelive.com, and this is cool to be here. I love what you guys are doing with Magnetic and always have, and appreciate the opportunity of being back here. Tim or Mike, back to you guys.
Awesome, brother. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I got to tell you, Todd, the entertainment value alone for this webinar was ridiculously high and much better than anything on TV tonight, I'm certain. But on a serious note, I believe what you've shared with us tonight was a wake-up call. And it was a wake-up call and a reminder that network marketing is a real profession. It's not a hobby. And if you want to make serious income in this business, you absolutely have to make the choice. And the choice that you have to make is, do you want to be successful in this industry, or do you want to become another statistic? And hopefully, after hearing what Todd has to say, has had to say tonight, everyone here listening tonight realizes that it all comes down to making this choice. And tonight you have that ability. You can choose to shift the line. You can choose to anchor and adjust, invigorate, or reinvigorate your business right here and right now. But to make this business work, to make serious income, it's time to get serious about your business. And guys, sometimes it's the things we like hearing the least that we need to hear the most. And Todd said it best. This business is about prospecting. And by prospecting, I'm not talking about burger flippers, but as Todd said, prospecting up the socioeconomic chain. And to do this, there's a certain skill set that you have to possess, and everyone has their own style. Todd's very eccentric, very funny, outgoing. Mike Dillard's very reserved, stoic, and serious. Jonathan Budd is warm, charismatic, and relationship-focused, but driven. But each of these guys has mastered what Todd is offering you here tonight. And there's a saying that I heard many, many years ago, and I just love this saying, and it goes like this: find someone who's got what you want, do what they do, and get what they've got. It's called modeling success. And guys, Todd has what you want. I know, because he had what I wanted many years ago when we first met, and I just was getting my start in this industry. And most importantly, he's taught this skill to more leaders in this industry than anyone I know. And I'll say that again. Todd has empowered more leaders in this industry to become master recruiters than anyone I know. So I highly, highly, highly recommend taking advantage of what Todd has offered you tonight by going to toddfalconelive.com right now and getting started. And with that, Todd, unless there's any closing comments, that's all I have.
Like I said, I just appreciate the opportunity of being here, and hopefully you guys will take those lessons and, most importantly, apply them into your business, because they're coming from real field experience. And this is I wouldn't teach something that I don't personally do. So awesome. I appreciate the opportunity of being here, and we'll see you in the future.
Thank you so much, Todd, and thank you everyone for being on here tonight. It was an awesome call and huge turnout, and everyone wish you the best success in your business, and we'll see you on the next webinar. Thanks, guys.